So how has God in your own life helped you heal?
God has helped me to heal by His grace. I think the more time I spend with Him, He understands me as a person. I mean, He's made me a certain way, and He understands who I am, and so He accepts me. And I realize that, His glory, transforms us. So the closer I get with Him, He transforms me, and I heal in that way. Meaning that everyone's broken. I mean, I got my broken spots, and that keeps me humble. But the more I stay close to Him, the more I transform and become more like Him. We overcome, we persevere. And the overcoming is like the love part. Sometimes healing, helps me to love people more. So brokenness could lead to want to give and love a little more. I see healing, through that, but to the point where I can love them more, so.
Can you hear me? I'm the voice in your head. The one you should be listening to. Open your eyes. You may think you can be healed, but you can never truly be. The damage has been done, and you're far beyond help. This is why you still suffer. The Lord says He will help the broken-hearted, but where has He been for you? Why rely on the absence of His voice when you can rely on me? Someone who is honest and will tell you that you can heal your own way. Turn away from the false promises. The promise that you will have a hope and a future. I've seen your heart, and it is dimming every day.
Me and Aiden had a talk. It's going to be a lot of things that change in the future. Dynamic-wise, some people are going to be leaving the singles ministry, Nick and Tiana getting married, and campus will have new people coming in. And some people will be moving to other ministries. Just so much change, and that kind of scares me. I'm not going to lie. It's my home ministry. It's where I started. It's where I found God. I was hoping that I would get a chance to heal, and then everything would go back to the way that they were. But that's not life. In life, people move on. You're not always going to be around the same people. Sometimes I just can't accept that reality, I care about my friends. God brought them into my life, and they helped me overcome a lot, So when certain people move on, it's going to hurt me a lot more than it's going to hurt them. For some of those people, it's just going to be like, oh, next chapter of my life, leave everything else behind, it's fine. And I'm gonna be stuck in the same spot, still healing. I guess I just have to wait and see how God pushes me through all of this. So another thing is that the church is having a lot of financial troubles right now, which is also a huge change that we're all collectively working on.
So our deficit would be for 2025 be $43,000 a month. So if we had special to go exclusively to that, we then could possibly make up a deficit. I'm just throwing that out as a scenario.
If I have to bank a 43 times 12 missions contribution, I'm not going to do the public math, somebody else can, but that feels like a really big number. If the congregation can pull something like that together, that's a different conversation.
Well, except I would say this. We need to make a decision on this now. We don't know where that's going to land.
That is also true.
Now, here's the good news. If we do really well with special contribution, we will have that money as well. And that will give us even more flexibility in how we move forward.
Where would we be without the family? You know, that's the real question. You know, the wolf howls at the moon when the lion roars 3 times. You know.
We still don't know what it means. But
No, it's up for interpretation. No, that's how it always is. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, you know, 10 years in the faith, you know, it has its highs and lows. But yeah, like I said, you know, I don't regret it for 1 second, you know, because even through the ups and downs, like having God as your rock, like the foundation, you know, it's the best thing you can do. Like I said, like the big thing that I've been really trying to grow on is surrender. You know, when you're in this season of life, you know, in like your late 20s, and it's like you kind of had a vision for yourself of like, okay, where I would be at this time. Surrender is the key thing to ground me, you know, to realize like, okay, no matter what picture I had for myself, I know God has a bigger plan that's better than any of that. Gratitude is really something that can get lost, you know, in the midst of all of the desires of like, oh, I want this, oh, I want this. Why don't I have this already? Why don't I have that? But, you know, when you're truly grateful and you take the time to be like, wow, I have like amazing like brothers and sisters in my life. You know, God's been taking care of me. If God's taking care of me in this way, I know he's going to take care of me in the other stuff when the time is right. It's the 10 years of wisdom, my guy, you know. You know, it's great stuff, you know. And I love my guy Eli too, you know. It's a blessing to have him in my life, you know.
I'm truly praying that this is the year where I could just move forward and move past all of the things that keep me from growing spiritually. I really think I need to put a lot of emphasis on taking care of myself, just my well-being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. God promises he'll be close to the brokenhearted always. Psalm 34, gotta stick to that. When God is not the one filling those empty voids, that just leaves an open door for all the negative stuff to pour in. And I just don't have the energy for that anymore. I've told people I'm tired of being bitter towards God, towards others who've done wrong. It's just emotionally taxing, and it's tiring, and it's exhausting. I want to move forward and just be at peace with whatever comes my way. I'm tired of worrying. I'm tired of trying to be in control. It's reducing my quality of life. And the only way that I could feel at peace and heal is if I just let God take the reins. And that doesn't just go for me, that goes for everyone, you know? I'm just as broken as everyone else. I think other people maybe hide it better, but I still have the chance to heal just as much as anyone. But I get it, it's so hard, because your faith is challenged every single day. And sometimes it feels like you just don't get a break from life. But that's why we need to remind ourselves, you know, we're in the world, but we're not part of it. God's going to be the one to guide us to peace. You're not going to feel that anywhere else. Maybe temporarily, but not for good. This is the time to renew my mind, cast all the anxieties onto God, and get out of this mental turmoil so my quality of life can be far better, so that I can finally have a chance to give and love and do things for other people. And if you want to do things for other people, you have to help yourself as well. The only way you're going to help other people is if you start off by helping yourself. And the way to help yourself is through God.